Welcome back to the Beyond Kicks podcast. It has been 2 weeks. We've had me being sick for a week, and then the following week, Seth had computer issues. So,
And it's funny, now I'm sick. So,
yeah, it's been a
great.
doozy, which we went on a pretty good run there of not missing an episode for a while. We've had issues technically. We didn't even get our intro song playing on this one. If you heard it, it's done in post. So we're back at it, but it's we're at the end of the year, so there's some sneaker news popping up with the holiday season, but we are going to be talking about our top 10 sneakers of the year, which I kind of want to go back and listen to last year's episode because I remember us doing this last year, which is crazy. It's already been a year of this, but I remember that was a lot of fun. So at the end of this episode, we're going to be going through our picks 10 through 6, and then we're going to save our top 5 for next week. So little teaser, got to keep you interested for next week. So I think what next week we'll probably do, let's call it the last podcast of the year. Take some time for holidays and family, and then get back at it with, I got a couple of guests that we can get on for next year. So yeah, it's going to be a good episode.
Be a fun year,
it's been a while though.
Yeah. No, dude, I was thinking about that today, just like you were saying with the sneaker of the year list. Like, I was thinking about that while I was walking today. I was like, man, we did this last year. That's crazy. It's already been a year. It's insane.
I'm gonna go back in my notes and see if I have last year's list. I don't think I do though.
I have no idea. I highly doubt I do, but like, there's no telling. I'd have to dig through. But yeah, man, 2 weeks.
I do.
Long
I
weeks.
do have the list actually.
Do you really? What's on yours? I'm curious. I'll have to dig and find mine.
Number 10, Tom Sachs, the yellow pair. Number 9, Jordan 4 Arm Year. Number 8, New Balance 1906. This is never that, which I got this year.
Valid.
7, the Jordan 1 High Yellow Toe. 6, the Jound 99 V3 Montreal, which is an interesting one.
That's a good
5,
one. It's hard to
Kobe
find.
6 Mambasita. 4, A6 House Studio, the brown pair. 3, Off-White Air Force 1, the green pair. 2, Orange Lobsters. 1, Lost and Founds. So honestly, I think this year's list is better. Like, I think there's better pairs on there.
I agree. Would you say you have a lot of diversity in yours this year? Or is it
not
all
as much
SBs
as last year?
Jordans?
They're not all SBs and Jordans. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
there's some different stuff on there that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
And even within SBs and Jordans, I think that there's stuff from Nike that people are not expecting to be on the list. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
I tried to keep it interesting,
excited.
and the big thing that I went with this year was like pairs that I actually own and wear and have worn a lot is like a top pair in my mind for the year. So
for sure, I did the same thing. That and like it was just obviously it's like a personal list of things that I found interesting, or whether it's a shoe I didn't get.
Public, like this is our list. Like
I know, I'm like, I don't care what you think it is. This is what I think it is. That's just me. But
everyone that listens to this, like, implore you to DM us your list or comment your list. Like, let's see it. Like, I'm curious. Like, that's the best part. Yeah.
Or tell us who has the better list. That's what I'm curious of. I know it's going to be Charley because he has better taste than me, but it's fine.
I don't know about that.
But a lot to talk about this week. I know we have the Cactus Mac stuff that we haven't even talked about.
Crazy
Trophy room
leaks.
Fear of God athletics. But first, I kind of just want to catch up with you because it's been a little bit. We've spoke a little bit, over the 2 weeks. But what's been new with you? What's been in the life of Winona?
It's been busy. Got some big news that I don't think I'm going to break just yet. Just because stuff is still in the air. You already know about it. But that'll be coming in maybe... not even next week. New Year will be some big news, hopefully. And if you don't hear about it, then it falls through. But as of now, it's looking pretty good for that.
It's exciting.
So besides that, shoes, I sold some shoes, kind of cleaning out the collection a little bit, trying to get it down to stuff that I would actually wear. And yeah, like I just picked up the Undefeateds, the Air Humeras, which I love.
Cool
I put
pair.
the blue laces in. Like, it's such a unique pair. You probably saw it on her story yesterday. Like, it's a very hiking shoe, but it's just a cool pair. So
I dig it. I feel like that's a good shoe for the weather in your area.
Yeah,
Like,
big time.
You know,
big time.
that's solid.
So got those. I did get the Fear of God shoes in, so haven't reviewed those yet, but I'm interested to check those out.
Which ones
I
did
haven't
you
even
go
looked
for?
at them yet. So
The basketball?
I did look at them. So, but
is that the pair you went for? The basketball one?
Yep. $250 retail. It was a tough one to stomach, but
that was hard, man.
We'll get into that more later.
We'll talk about that in a second. But let's see what else I got. Pickups. What did I even get?
Yeah, let's see. I'm kind of blanking
there. 1906. We talked about these, I guess, when they got announced. The only thing I hate, I'm just not a fan of the, translucent outsole because they get so dirty. But
they do, but they look so good when they're
bright
clean.
Green, nice little green hits. They come with 4 sets of laces, which is insane.
Wow.
Like the
Kobe
one pair
didn't even come with laces, extras.
That's what I heard, which was weird.
The red laces look so much better too. Yeah,
with the red laces, right? I don't know.
It's one of those yeah, it's hard to remember, but
it's strange. But one of the laces they come with they literally look like they're made of just metal. Like it's very weird. I'll have to find them and send you a photo, but they are just like very, very shiny.
Are they wax laces or
no? None of them are. It comes like bungee cord, metal, and then like white with 3M woven. It's a pretty cool shoe.
Interesting.
Also got these. I don't remember if I showed these on the podcast, but the Mizuno Wave Rider 10. Really sick shoe. Like I got them for $60 at the Mizuno store at the Battery because they were on sale, which way better than 180 or 200. But
I
haven't worn them a lot, but been wanting to try them out. So there we go. Nice little clearance rack find. But
that's probably been the best part of recent is like going to New Balance and like getting stuff for way under retail. Like that's the best part. That's my favorite part
because you can just find cool pairs that are like apparently no one else wants, but I'm like, hey, I'll take them, man.
Facts, yeah.
But outside of that, I hit 100K on Instagram, which was sick.
Yeah,
I'm proud of me. I'm proud
of you.
Thank you. That was just a crazy thing that I set a goal like this time last year saying I was gonna get to 100K, but I only had like 1,300 this time last year. So it was like, I didn't want to like
crazy
put it out there that I was like, oh, this is my goal. And of course, if I just freaking flopped and didn't go anywhere, but you never know. But yeah, that was
well deserved. It's easily earned. I can see every bit of it.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. Like anybody can do it 100%. And I've said this a lot, like anyone can do it. It's just a lot. The crazy part is I was grinding, posting like 2 videos a day, planning on doing that for the whole last like 2 months of the year. And then the computer crashed on me, which was awesome. I was kind of stressing about it because I was like, oh, this is going to mess with what I'm trying to do. And I'm so close. Luckily, my back catalog just carried me through it. I got like 10,000 followers, not even posting for 2 weeks.
It's good to let it breathe a little bit too sometimes.
Oh, dude, sometimes it definitely is. I mean, the Powerpuff Girls video that I did now has like 4 million views on TikTok. It just all of a sudden
totally makes sense because now they're releasing and stuff. Or today
it was like, I think it hit 1 million when I first posted it, and then all of a sudden just catapulted. But no, dude,
that's interesting.
It's been an insane year. Very, very busy year. I'm honestly kind of happy my computer crashed. Exactly. Like for both of us, it's just been work, grind. I know for you, posting at least 1 video a day for probably the whole year. Like I'm sure you missed a few days. Same with me, but
it's slowed down now. It's definitely like north of 250 videos this year, which is nuts for sure.
I would love to.
Yeah, it's short form, but it's long form effort. So
yeah, dude. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm just kind of happy that it did crash because I was reaching the point where it's like, okay,
the burnout. Yeah.
Okay, like how much more of this can we do? Am I ever gonna take a break? So now, like that just 2 weeks gave me a chance to finally step back look at everything I've done this year and really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And like, it was really cool. I'm really freaking proud of how far, not like views wise, like the videos have been
just everything, like
just the production levels, the editing, how I'm like formatting scripts,
figuring
shots,
out what you're
like,
gonna be, like your vibe type of deal.
Because when you're putting out a video like every single day, you don't really get to watch it and enjoy it like everybody else does. So like just scrolling back through your catalog, it's like, wow, okay, I can really see where I've like grown over this past year. So it's just
100%.
it's really cool. It's really cool. I'll stop riffing about that. But
no, keep going. You got more energy than me tonight.
What else did I do? I'm trying to think.
Talk
I got
about
a
like
stand, which was sick. Lantern light, all this fun stuff. But what's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, kind of since it's one of our last ones of the year, we can kind of just remember stuff. Like, what are some of the brands that you worked with that you didn't think like were possible, and then give us a couple that you want to work with in 2024.
That's a great question. For me, like the biggest one was Adidas, just going to that event with them and being like
still jealous about that.
I know, and I'm waiting for it because they reached out to me the other day and they were like, "Hey, we would love to add you to like our mailing list. So give us your like shoe size, everything else." So I sent them all the info, and I'm like, "Okay." Now every day I'm like just kind of like waiting to see if anything shows up. I feel like they're gonna send me like the AE ones, which I would love. I think it's just a sick shoe.
I'm hoping that they don't sell out because I milked my Champ Sports connection for a pair of those. Yeah. So he said if they don't sell out, I'll get you a pair. Which I hope they sell out for his sake, because then I'll still get a pair. Like I gotta get a pair regardless, being a Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, I was looking at them, or I got like something came up on my feed, and they only retail for $120, which is
really
sick.
I thought they were like $180.
No, dude. Like the barrier to entry is perfect for that shoe to blow up next year, and I can't wait.
It's really a unique look, so there's been a lot of press behind it too. So
so definitely more with Adidas would be incredible. Same with Crep Protect. Like I have a great relationship with everyone over at Crep Protect now, which is just insane to me because, like I've said before a lot, I've worked in sneaker retail for probably 3 years, give or take, on and off. And just I've sold Crep Protect products for on and off 3+ years. So it's like,
they're
cool,
the OGs.
Dude. Yeah, it's like now I'm working with a brand that I used to sell. Like that's incredible. Outside of that, Stray was huge. That was one of them that was on my list at the beginning of the year that I was like, I want to work with Stray. I want to hit 100K. I want to work with New Balance. Didn't get to do that, but there's a few of them on the list. I can't think of anybody else, but I'm sure there's a few out there. But what about you? Who have you worked with this year that was incredible? And then we'll talk to, I guess, who we want to work with.
That's a tough one. Yeah.
You had damn Canada Goose.
Yeah, I mean, there's been
some wild ones.
I just kind of updated my highlights on my Instagram because I want to keep track of it, like who I'm working with, because a lot of them I'm starting to post consistently. And so it'd be fun just to keep adding it to the highlights, and so I remember it. Nike's been
forgot about that
for both of us. Nike's been the one, so hopefully that continues into 2024.
Yeah.
Foot Locker was sweet.
Crazy.
Let me just go off the top of my head here. Foot Locker was cool. There's some behind the scenes stuff that hasn't worked out perfectly, but getting my photos on Foot Locker's Instagram and it was associated with New Balance. That one was just really cool. Super thankful for that one. eBay sneakers. Love Kicks. Going out to California and filming that was definitely a highlight of the year.
That was this year, dude. What?
Yeah, no, that was end of college.
Yeah.
That was I think it was like spring break-ish. That one was super cool. I mean, that kind of jump started me to get into more camera stuff and figuring out how to color grade, and now I S-Log 3 and color grade everything and do it everything manual versus what it was at the beginning of the year, which I'm pretty proud of, which is cool. And that was a big one, is going out and seeing the production value of what they were doing for Love Kicks, which is just a YouTube series. And the video ended up hitting like 1 million too. And met Harrison, and it was just a cool, he probably had a big play in it, but did really well, which is cool. SneakerCon shows, just working with them and working with John Carlo, and the stuff that I've done with him this year has been incredible. Very blessed on that connection. Vanity to the Pink and Clark's has been a really cool one. Doing some more stuff with Clark's, actually. Well, I guess it's been leaked already, but they're sending me all 4 pairs of the Pokemon Clark's.
Oh,
which
cool.
is pretty cool. So I get those tomorrow, actually. So that's a cool one. Hat Club has been more recent. That's been a really cool connection. Shout out to Vic Almighty for recommending me for the Jeff Staple one.
Oh, nice. That's a good connect.
It's cool when you do stuff with companies and then they actually like it, and then it builds into other relationships, which Reshoevnator was one I was going to mention too. Like getting a video with them on your YouTube channel was probably the biggest full circle moment when I did the Jordan 4 SB wear test. That was like the first month I was into sneakers. I was in college. I was just trying to make some extra money, and it was buying cheap shoes, not anything like Jordan 1s or anything like Vapor Flies, and just garbage basically, and just cleaning it and selling it on Mercari for $50 and I paid $30 type of deal. And just learning how to resell when I first started during COVID. And I remember sitting in my parents' house in the like the washroom, laundry room, and putting up on the shelf, putting my phone, watching a Vic Almighty video on how to clean Jordan 1s with like suede and stuff. And then
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then fast forward, and it's like they reached out. They wanted to do a video that we did the Jordan 4 SBs. Turned out great. We got a whole YouTube video on my page, on their page. Vic ended up buying the pair. Like, good relationship with him. And then he's the one who recommends me to Hat Club. Like, mind blown. That's probably one of the coolest ones of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one that I think about quite a bit, honestly. Just a cool one. And then just all the companies that have sent shoes over for reviews, and I mean clothing, and like Champ Sports has been super fun to work with, and I mean all the No Two Ways and Keto Wears, and I mean all these companies. It's just been Mischief's been a good one, and it's been pretty crazy. I mean this year is like, and then not even like thinking about all the other different life events that happened this year, just the shoes and the content stuff has been.
You had a big year.
It's been a damn journey, man. So now give me some that you want to work with now in 2024.
I really want to like try and work with like the not smaller, but like sneaker brands that are less known or popular, like Saucony, Asics, New Balance, obviously. But like brands like that, and I'm going to try reaching out to them a little bit.
Brand of Hypebeast.
Isn't that crazy? That, I mean,
I wouldn't consider them smaller anymore.
Not anymore, but I kind of want to try reaching out to those brands and just going along the lines of, I review sneakers, dude. I would love to like help push you guys out to get you. I mean, obviously they're mainstream, but you know, inform the kids.
Who doesn't want more eyeballs?
Exactly. So we'll see if that works. But outside of that, I mean, like I would love to do more tech stuff just because I love it, but it's just the time. Like I don't have time to review everything that I would like to. But you know, hopefully this year I can start tinkering with different things, whether it's like reviewing tech products or whatever it may be. But there's a ton. I want to get the vlog actually going so I can work with just bigger brands in general that are more daily use stuff that isn't in the sneaker space. I feel like the biggest thing next year is just working with brands outside of sneakers and kind of using what I've done in sneakers as a leverage point to be like, here's what XYZ could look like if you were to work with me. So I feel like the same kind of thing with you. But what about you? Any big brands?
I'm the same. I've tinkered with the idea of dropping Winona Kicks. I think at the end of the day, I think I'll keep the name, just because simply it's a process to drop it. I've looked into, to get a handle that's, I can say Winona Kicks on every platform, and I can always get that handle and do that. So I think I'm just going to keep that and branch off a little bit. I think in terms of companies I want to work with, it's a good one. New Balance for sure is on the list. I think 100%. My goal for this next year is, and Seth knows this too, and you have Sneaker Knockers, so it's a little bit different, but in terms of like getting shoes in, it's all self-funded and it pays for itself by making the content. So the big thing that I have a goal of is to get on seating lists for next year. I'm Omnier. There's one. The dog loves it.
I know.
Kirk's still sleeping next to me. Like just getting relationships with all the companies that I'm already buying shoes from, like Undefeated. One of my favorite shoes. I just talked about it. Like, love that pair of shoes. Like, it would be a great company to work with them and to like build a relationship with. And it doesn't even have to be a paying relationship. Like, I just want to build a relationship where it's like, I like their product, they like my videos. Like, let's make something happen type of deal. Like, let's just grow off of it. And so there's a lot of companies like that. Bodega is one of them that I've always wanted to do something with. I'm near, and Social Status is always one that I've wanted to do something with. Trying to think. Yeah,
that is huge though, like building relationships with the boutiques that are carrying the culture. Like that's who you want to get in with for sure.
Yeah, no, and I don't think that there's, then you could branch off and talk about like dream company to work with would be like, like big brands like Nike on a more extensive list, like Sony, like for cameras and stuff. Like I want to branch into that, like Red Bull, just because I love it, like that, like stuff like dream brands. Ghost, yeah, Ghost is one of them, guys. But yeah, next question for you. What's like, besides brands you want to work with and besides like extending the vlog, like give me like one big goal for 2024.
I don't know if this is, this is a goal, but it's not like a quantifiable goal. I just wanted to make it an effort to like build a deeper connection with the audience I have, I guess, because I don't want to get caught on just the treadmill of, okay, push out content, because that's how you get burnt out. So I just want to like try and put out more meaningful content that like kind of showcases my personality, I guess, a little bit more, whether it's through just like, vlogs, whatever it may be. Like, I don't know. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do it, but I don't think I'm as worried about growth this year, which sounds like, I'm not worried about growth, but like I hit the growth goal. Once you get past like that, it's just kind of like, okay, it's just another number, but it's like that social proof of, oh, you've gotten this far. Like the trust is already there, so I don't really have to worry about growing that much more. But
100%. No, I know
like that's the main thing, and I just don't want my only focus in social media being getting more followers, I guess, at the end of the day, which I feel like is what, obviously a lot of people doing what we're doing, that's like the goal, get more eyes on the content. But I feel like you and me both have kind of figured out how to get eyes on the content, and maybe yours is different, but I just feel like I would love to just build a deeper relationship with everybody.
No, I'm
actually build
a
community.
Yeah. I could post 30 Way of Wade lacing up videos and get 100 million views, but it's not the same. Yeah, no, I get that. I totally get that. So,
I don't know. I have so many ideas for merch like merch, I guess, kind of. But I don't know what I want to do. Like I've spoke to you about this a while ago about like starting somewhat of a brand just to kind of house all my creative ideas. I don't know if that's something I'm going to actually work towards doing this year, but I definitely want to do
talk
it.
about it after the pod too.
Exactly. At least in the next 2 years, that's something I want to do. And I already have a ton of ideas. It's just the time investment that goes into all of that. Because
yeah, that's the tricky
as
part.
I'm sure you too, like I get asked almost every day in comments or DMs, like, when are you going to come out with just a product? And I'm like, I don't know. I would love to, but it's like, it's a lot of work and you have to like really love what you're putting out because your name's attached to it. You don't want to, I don't want to put out 100%. Something that's trash and then be like,
yeah, no, I get it.
There goes all my credibility. Like, but I don't know. A lot of things. What are you thinking? 2024, what is in the works for Winona Kicks?
I think life was just so like, graduated college this spring, moved to the cities, got engaged last December, a year ago this weekend actually. Planned the wedding, which 99% of it was my wife, which very grateful for that. A lot of traveling, got a dog, got a car. I mean, it like life just both got flying by this year. That's crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, life just flew by this year. So I think the big thing for this next year is to get into a routine. Long form is something have been toying with for a long time, and I think I'm gonna really, really try to hit it hard. 2024. If it goes anywhere, awesome. If it doesn't, that's all right too. I think I just like there's levels you can hit with the editing and the recording and the cinematography on shorts, and I think I'm getting close to that. There's still way different levels and way different styles and stuff like that, but I think I just want to keep learning how to use a camera more in depth. And I have the equipment. It's just learning how to use it and learning how to turn it into a final product, I guess. So
yeah,
long form, I think, is the outlet for that. Cameras are horizontal for a reason. So that's a big part of it. And then, yeah, just getting in a flow of like, hey, we do a podcast every week. We get out 5 clips for that. Divvy up the work. Like I got to post 3 shorts a week, a couple of photos, and then figuring out like, I mean, we get in shoes every week. So it's like, how do we get stuff out on time is the big one for me, because there's stuff that needs to get out and then you can rush it. But then there's stuff that gets put on the back burner. Like the Gob Stompers from Mischief is one that Dremel collab, like put out the video like a week and a half after they dropped, which felt really bad about, but it is what it is. Yeah. And so I think just getting better with timelines is a big one. And then it's like, you can't stack content, so it's tough. So timelines, getting a plan for that, and then long form. So
that's how it is with like the Sneaker Knockers videos too, because it's like, boom, here's 4 pairs of shoes. Like, this needs to be done as soon as possible so we can ship them out to buyers. And it's like,
yeah, no, it's tough.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot, man. But
so
tons of exciting stuff.
Here's
man,
to
I forgot we both got new cars though. That's crazy. That was a huge highlight for me, because I've just always like, my first car was like a 2000 Honda Civic, second car a 2003 Accord, and then like that was it. Like I haven't even had a car for like 2 years because I had a company car for a little bit. I know.
So we both went through it. We're actually we're taking a road trip to Chicago tomorrow morning, actually, which I found out got souls in Chicago this weekend too, and we didn't even know about that. So I don't think we'll be popping out to that, but maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we're going because it's our 1-year anniversary of the engagement, so we're going with my wife's couple of her family members and taking a road trip down there. So it should be fun to rip the car for 7 hours. So
yeah, man. Oh, it's so fun. But cool. Let's talk about some of this sneaker news, I guess, that's been
let's dive into it.
Popping off, man.
Let's talk Mac Attack first.
Dude, Okay, so this whole...
Give us a little breakdown of it.
So we have the Cactus Jack Mac Attacks coming out. I think it's on the 19th, 16th, something like that. It's coming up, but like we've known about this sneaker for a while. We just didn't really hear much about it. And then like I feel like there just wasn't a lot of hype around it. And then Nike, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. I for sure think it's just fabricated drama to build hype around it. So we get this video clip of somebody just recording the Zoom call with like McEnroe, Travis, and the Nike team. And McEnroe's kind of losing it on Travis because he was under the understanding that it was going to be called the Cactus Mac, which Travis is right. It does sound like a burger. So it's like that clip is going viral, but I'm just like, it just seemed so fake. And then you see this video of McEnroe with his like Mac Attacks with it scribbled off on the back. Then you see Travis spray painting over his like plaque. And I'm like, what, dude? This is so like, and even the promo photo of like them standing back to back holding the shoe and McEnroe's like looking over at him all mean mugging. I'm like, bro.
Yep.
Come on. This is like the worst faked hype campaign that I've seen. But they're going for like over $1,000 already on StockX, which they haven't
released yet. That's the one thing.
But it's like, for real? For real? Is anybody actually paying this? But
no.
I mean, it's just the same. It's the same shoe that released, I guess, this year. Did the original one release this year? Or was that last year? I don't even know.
It was this year. Yep.
Yeah. So it's like they're trying to get excitement around this shoe, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the kids will love it, but I don't. Yeah, I was like, okay, like,
it's cheesy. Yeah. I want it. I want to believe it's real. I've thought the same thing, that it seems like the photo that Nike themselves put out of them back to back, and
the second I saw that, I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean it may be real, but it's like I don't know.
Like, whoever recorded that video is fired. You know what I mean?
Probably.
It's one of those things
unless it was set up.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, you can't just think that's okay to do on like a call like that and post it. It's like, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And we'll talk about it in our top 10 sneakers of the year, but I'm very over Travis Scott. Music was real good. I think Astro World was peak. I think before that was even more peak. In my opinion, I think he's peaked and it's teetering down. That's just my opinion. Whoa. I think the clothing and the merch, it's just slowing down. Like, it was different when the Jordan 1 Mochas came out, the Travis Mochas,
for
the
sure.
Originals. Markets were up. Like, the hype was crazy. And then Astro World came out. And then we got the Fragment lows. And we got the Mocha lows. And we were hit with even the Jordan 4 Travis Scotts, like the OG blue pair. Like, that was peak. Like, I think Mac Attacks and the Air Maxes even. And, like, I think it's played out a little bit. Dude. And I think we've seen it a lot with Kanye too, where you say anti-Semitic stuff and you get canceled, and now it's like it just doesn't hit the same. And I don't think I'll ever be a Kanye fan again after everything that's gone down with him. Never been a Yeezy fan, and now Yeezy is really gone. And I think it's just like it's kind of priming up for the next person a little bit. And so sneaker markets are down. I think Nike kind of played it up a bit. Mac Attack. I like the Mac Attack original model. I've never had a pair. I think they look all right. They're cool.
I agree. Like, it's a cool shoe, but
they're not worth $300, $400, let alone $1,000 for a backwards swoosh. No chance. You can get the original pair for like $80.
You didn't like Utopia?
A few songs. it was actually like one of my most listened to albums, and I think that's just totally like sitting in the car. I'm like, oh, what do I listen to? Oh, Travis Scott new album. But like realistically, I don't know, like Fiend, great.
I hate it. Least favorite song on the album.
Really?
I don't know. I also
It's
just
overplayed.
hate Playboy Cardi. I just don't care about.
Yeah, no, and like was maybe going to the Travis Scott concert in February, maybe still do, but I don't know. There's just
He's fun.
It's just it's lost it a little bit for
me. Too much. The second everybody gets on something is when I'm like, okay, it's
just not
I love
the same.
Travis, like back. I sound like such an old head. Like I love
no,
him.
like 2017, 2016, 2018, like that was the glory days in my mind. And now it's like, and even like the thing that gets me too is like when stuff starts getting not high quality and they're just trying to make money, it's very noticeable.
Yeah.
Like the original Travis Scott Mocha 1, very high quality shoe, great leather, limited. They did a high, a low, simple. Now it's like they're doing a ton of different colorways. They're kind of milking it. Even the merch takes 6 to 8 weeks to ship, and it's garbage quality. Like this, I'm looking at the briefcase right here. It's so cheap. Like, and that might just be the brand they're going for, but that's when I lose interest, when it's like, and we'll talk about Fear of God next, but then there's different levels to it where you go over and above where it's too expensive almost, where there's got to be a little happy medium. And this is just my opinion. You can think whatever you want, but I don't know. I'll always like his music, but losing interest a little bit.
I get it. I definitely agree. Like, I mean, especially with his merch, I've never cared about the merch. I never knew the quality was
same here.
Mid,
no,
but
it's I don't know.
But also, I've never owned his merch. I've never owned a pair of his shoes. I've just
I don't own any now.
Really
I don't
care.
own any merch.
Like, I've just listened to the music and enjoyed it.
I think the only pairs that I would ever want to get again would be the Jordan 4 Travis, the blue pair, super clean, like a fresh pair of those would be cool.
Dude, I had a
the
friend,
original Mochas.
He was my manager at Foot Action when I worked there, and he had 2 pairs of the 4s, and one pair he only wore to Travis Scott concerts, and that pair was so cooked, dude. It was crazy, and he probably went to like 6 or 7 shows like up to that point, and it was cool to see. But I was like, dude, you're crazy.
Yeah, that's how you torch your shoes real quick.
Exactly. So what we got next?
Let's talk Fear of God. Give me your thoughts on the whole deal, because I think we probably see eye to eye on this, but I'm just curious, like the clothing, the shoes, kind of your thoughts.
I was really excited for the clothing personally, but like a lot of people, I was really hoping it was going to be more essentials, price range. Like
Did you watch the Elliott video of him reviewing everything?
Yeah. I liked that the like fleece zip up. That looked sick, but like I don't know. I was just expecting to pay maybe $100 for a hoodie. I don't remember what they go for. It's like $150 or $200 or something like that, maybe more.
$200, yeah.
Like I personally would have paid $100 for like a high quality Fear of God, Adidas, like just the 3 like bars in the front hoodie, just because I love that design. But at the end of the day, like just the price point was outrageous. I don't think the shoes were priced poorly, in my opinion, because when I saw these were $250, I was like, that makes sense. I mean, you think about it, Yeezy 700s were $300, and y'all still bought those. Like, why can't Fear of God, an actual like luxury brand, charge $250 for an Adidas? It's like, I don't know. These make sense. I actually really wanted to pick this pair up, but it was one of those shoes, actually all of the shoes that dropped I would add them into my cart. I would close my iPhone, and I would just like sit there for a second and be like, okay, do I actually want this shoe? I could buy it to review, yes, but do I actually want to wear it? So I was like trying to put together outfits in my head, and I was like, I didn't end up buying anything. I really like the look of like those LA trainers. I like the forums. Like they all look good. I just don't think any of the colorways were very like speaking to me, I guess I should say. I'm kind of waiting for like drop number 2 or 3. I feel like by then they'll kind of have it figured out. But yeah, just the prices are insane. Like the suede fleece hoodie, $350. I mean, yes, it's suede, but I also really like just a black t-shirt, but $160. What? Like it's just too much for me. Maybe not for you, but like,
no,
I feel like for most
I'm in the
people,
same boat. So clothing, forget it. I'm out. I have no interest in paying $180 for a t-shirt. That's outrageous. Never in my life would I do that. 90% of the stuff I wear I got for free in promo deals, and I'm fine with admitting that. I don't care.
At this point.
I'm such a cheapo on clothing that I just don't care. I mean, that's just like, went and bought some pants and stuff at Old Navy and H&M, and it was like $200 for like 5 pairs of pants. Like all fit me great pants. And I was like,
that's a good deal.
$200 for clothes is a lot of money. $200 on shoes, no problem. We'll do it. Whatever. Clothing, that's where you can have expensive hobbies, but if you spend money on everything, you're just gonna be broke. That's just what it is. So
I really just spend money on jackets. I love jackets. That's my thing.
Free. I mean, that's like I'll spend $40 for an old Carhartt jacket. That's what I'm gonna rock for 10 winters. Like,
true.
Or Canada Goose or whatever the deal is, but that I would get in a promo deal or something like that. But the shoes, crazy price, $250. I did look in at them. Box is nice, materials are nice. Way too much paper, way too much packaging. They did that to kind of compensate.
For sure.
One thing I didn't like, said he spent 3 years doing this project, and then they just kind of released it because everyone was like, "Where the hell is this?" Another thing he said, the shoes should be $1,000. Absolutely outrageous. Craziest statement I've ever heard in my life. No chance they're worth $1,000. I don't care how many renditions on them. In this economy, they're sitting for $250, buddy. Like,
and if there's that many renditions, that's on you, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean they're sitting. Like,
are they still sitting?
I believe so. Yeah. So.
I kind of really want that black pair, though. I just don't know what I personally would wear with it.
Watch my review. I'm going to record it here tonight, probably, and then get it out this weekend's kind of the plan on it. But $250's absolutely outrageous for.
I think I'm really just concerned about the cushioning, like how.
I haven't tried them on yet, so I'll make sure to check that.
Let me know, because if it's like decent. Like, they just look hard. Like, just very stiff.
They are. Yeah, the upper's not as much.
I didn't want to get them. Because if they were, like, Boost, like how they did the 350s or something like that, I would pick them up. Because I could rock those with some, like, just light wash denim. Like, it'd go hard. I don't think it'd be bad, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was very hesitant on the essential stuff, too. I have a couple of the hoodies. Love them. That was the extent of it. I mean,
see, I've never owned essentials either. I don't know why.
Just hoodies, because I got one. Yeah. I was reselling one, and I ended up keeping it when I started reselling. I was like, this is like the best quality ever. And the quality's good, but I was like $100 hoodie. And then I got one for Abby that was $80. And then I got myself another one for like, Kith had a sale like 4 months back, and I bought a bunch of them for like, about 2 more for like $50. $230 for a fleece hoodie. $500 for a puffer jacket, $600 for a car coat. I don't even know what that is. $350 for the hike hoodie. Like, what are we talking about? $300. You could buy an Xbox for that.
I really want that athletic.
You get way more enjoyment out of an Xbox than a hoodie. Yeah. Like,
but it's not for us. You know, it's for
the LA
upper echelon person.
I don't know.
Lifestyle, but
could care less about it. But
I have
yeah,
no idea. We want to talk about. Is there anything else, or do we want to talk about our list?
Let's fly through just a couple of shoes quick.
Okay.
Yeah, let's fly through just a couple of shoes quick. One of them, trophy rooms. We got to talk about those quick.
What do you think about these?
Trophy room lows kind of got leaked. They look exactly. I'm trying to find photos here. They look exactly like somebody mocked up a pair of them based on the original.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't. Never been a huge fan of the trophy room ones. They're cool, but not for $1,000. I don't know. They're giving me, what is it? The Layla Mays.
I think. Actually, I don't know.
Maybe not. But the trophy room 7s, they remind me a ton of those. They're cool. I don't know. They're gonna be backdoored, so who cares?
Yeah, I didn't think they were that cool. Honestly, I'm just like, eh. I also just don't really like trophy rooms. Not on my radar. Like I get that it's like Marcus Jordan, but I'm just like,
yeah,
that's not a brand I ever think about.
No. What was the other one I wanted to talk about? There was one more.
There was a lot, dude. I was trying to scroll through today and figure out some different talking points, but I was like, we need a whole episode to just catch up.
This is one that I wanted to talk about. So there was some sample Supreme SB Dunk lows in a quart purple colorway with Nike Air on the side instead of the stars that went up for auction at Sotheby's. I'm curious the price on it. That was kind of... Okay, so before you see the price on it, I'm curious, because I'm into samples, rare stuff. Like, I love that. Okay. People don't have it. That's cool. It's a size 9 sample, OG all. How much do you think these are going for?
See, I don't know that market at all. I'd say like 50
grand.
Yeah.
Just a little off.
Yeah. Close?
No, not close. Current bid $6,000.
$6,000. Okay. See, I never know when it's like samples like that. Like, there's so many shoes.
It's tricky.
Like, this is $100,000 shoe, and I'm like, why?
Those are usually like DS Jordan 1 collection or something crazy. But no, I get that. But no, I just saw them. I thought it was interesting and just thought I'd mention it. But
it's a fascinating shoe.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything. Let's talk about our list. I know we're kind of running long, so
let's do it. I have mine. Hold up. I've never screen shared, but I'm going to try and do it today.
Sounds good.
You want to go first or me?
Sounds like you're ready. Go for it.
I am. Okay, so let me see. Just making sure I have the right one. So this shoe hasn't released yet.
Ooh.
But Google Chrome would like to record this computer screen. Yes, I want to allow it. Give me one sec. But I feel like
hasn't released yet. Let me think.
Hasn't even released yet. Let's see if it does it.
Was it releasing this year? Does it even count?
Yeah. Of course it counts. Of course it counts. Is it going to share? I have to make sure.
Soulflies, maybe?
Number 10 on my list. Drum roll, please.
Okay, fair enough.
Did it load? Can you see it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Anthony Edwards, AE1. For the reasons I spoke about earlier, the price point is perfect. It's accessible.
$120 is a crazy good price.
Yeah, like for pretty much everyone. The design is sick. A little biased because they invited me out to the event, which was just an insane thing for me. I mean,
yep.
Met Lil Baby, got to see the shoes, got to see a ton of people in the shoes, and they look great on foot. And the marketing campaign, dude, with them like trying to shit talk like every other big brand, like that's sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that kind of energy and that like just Atlanta hustle behind it. And I'm just really excited for him. And I really hope that they take off and just have a great year for Anthony and Adidas. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say about these, but I think they're a cool shoe. What do you think about it?
I
We
like
talked
it.
about it a
I
little
think
bit.
I don't think it didn't make my top 10, just because
Yeah.
I have not seen them in hand yet. But that's a solid pick. If I had the connection like you, I would agree.
For sure. Cool. Number
Have you
10.
you've seen them in hand, right?
Yeah. They're sick. I mean,
How's
they really do
material?
look like a Yeezy. They have that kind of like they just feel like a Yeezy, I guess
Is it
how I would
stiff like a
describe it.
foamposite or not?
It's not that stiff, like
Okay.
as you would think, but it definitely gives your foot some wiggle room, which is good. But what you got?
AE1 number 10. My number 10, I have a deep connection with these pairs. You could probably guess it. The Kith Marvel collab.
Nice.
Deep financial connection to these because I opened 10 boxes of them, paid resale for every box. Series blew up. I never got the Beast colorway, so I was in spite of them, and I sold them all.
Yeah.
Never got a PSA card. Another thing, I was literally at the beginning of the series, I was like, I need the Beast pair, and I need a PSA. I got every other colorway besides the Team Wolverines because those are super limited. Multiple duplicates, all base cards essentially. So, but with that being said, the concept behind the mystery boxes made it. Everyone loved it. Such a cool idea. I hope more companies take this into consideration for 2024. Just a great idea. It made me buy 10 pairs of them, and I would have bought more, but the series was funneling out. I was getting tired of not getting the Beast pair, eBay issues with them opening the boxes. So, great pair.
And if they weren't so expensive, that's the other thing.
Yeah, it was
paying,
like
what, $300, $400?
$300 to $400 a box. Yeah, so I was in them $4,000 or so, which on the back end it worked out financially. But yeah, I mean, it was just great series. Congratulations, Kith, on that one. They nailed it.
I completely agree. That one was huge, and it was everywhere. It was a pretty viral moment, I would say.
Yeah, and they went to Complex, or they went to Comic-Con and did a thing there. Like, people were, I mean, it was just like, it brought in the OG Marvel characters into shoes, which I thought was really cool. I think they just nailed it.
I agree. All right. Next one, number 9. We have, let me know when it shows up on yours. Yeah, there we go. The Jordan Airship every game. And this one, like, you know, we both really like this shoe. It wasn't super hyped. You can still get them fairly cheap, which is awesome. But just the design choice, the materials, the story behind it. Like, he wore his UNC shorts during every game. Like, really just support, like, paying homage to his roots and where he came from. And I think that's sick. That's something I never knew. So it was cool learning about it. And blue's my color. And I just think these are a great shoe. And it would be a shame to not have them on the list. But
it's a good pick.
That's really all I have to say about them. I think they're cool.
Similar pick from me. Very similar. This is a pair that, it's just super similar. My number 9 pick is the Airship Tech Gray.
Nice.
Which is funny that you had the Every Games, and the Every Games are cool too because they had the Bike Airs, which I totally forgot about, the Nigel exclusives.
Right. Yeah.
But I was just really thinking about this list this afternoon, and I was like, what have I worn a lot that I really like, regardless of price, regardless of how many people have them, like just a good quality shoe. This is it. The material's insane.
Definitely.
I got the pair behind me.
It's just a sick shoe, man.
The material's so good. It's so wearable. And I've been meaning to get those Every Games, but I keep wearing these. So it's like, like
beat
this
him
is
into the
such
ground.
a similar shoe to that. Yeah, but it's classic. It's a good white and gray shoe, comfortable. It's got that 85 sole. You get all the extras in the box. Just nailed it. There were some airships that were duds this year. The Tech Gray and the Every Games were not. That's for sure.
I agree. Definitely agree. And it was just cool to see them like actually putting thought into a new silhouette.
Doing a good job with it, yeah.
Yeah, the execution was sick. And I'm here for it. All right. My number 8. This shoe came out in January, and I forgot it came out. But this one is the Adidas Orchetro Sean Witherspoon. I really, really wanted this shoe.
Not ever even on my mind.
Exactly. And the reason it's on this list is it's a new silhouette from Adidas that I wish they put more emphasis in this year. I looked at, I think they only released 11 colorways, and 2 of those were Sean Witherspoon's. The rest of the colorways weren't that good, but I just think this is Sean's best shoe that he did this year personally. I love runners.
I think those Gazelles.
I know. The Gazelles are sick, but to me,
it's a good pick.
Style. But
it is your style, that's for sure.
I want them so bad, but they're still going for like $400, which really pisses me off because I want them.
Try to snag a used pair on eBay or something.
Yeah, I need to look into it. But yeah, I think it was a cool shoe, and it was heavy on my mind when it came out in January, but I completely forgot they released, so had to throw it out there.
I like it. Similar pick, not to that shoe, but this is a pair that released early in the year that I thought was last year. I totally forgot it was this year. Right. It is the Jordan 1 High 85 black and white colorway.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
I have a pair. Such a good shoe. This is the shoe that really changed it for me on the 85 silhouette, because the neutral gray, or the natural gray, whatever you want to say, which I have as well, they have a shiny finish on the leather. Really stiff. I dogged a pair of these last winter that I wasn't a huge fan of, but they went with a matte material on the black and white pair, and it just looks so good. This is my second pair. I ended up getting a size swap on my 10.5. I got an 11. The 10.5 was more beat up than this because I was like, I got to get a better pair of these. But such a good shoe. I'm so simple when it comes to shoes. Black and white, gray, like it has my heart. Super easy to wear. Like you're going out to dinner, you're going to the grocery store. Like they go with every outfit. So story, everything behind it, 85 shape. Had to put them on the list. So
that's one that I still want too. Like it's just perfect. You don't need anything.
It's worth every bit of it. Yep.
I think it's sick, man. All right, so we're at number 7.
Yep.
7. Oh my gosh. Zooming through. This one, couldn't think of a colorway, but this one, just more specifically, the model, I think it had a great year. But the Salomon XT6, there were a few great colorways.
Yes.
Great colorways. This one, the End, I forget what it was called. The End something.
Like it was just the company End.
I don't even know how to say that colorway. But yeah, I picked up a pair finally too, which is very similar to this. It's a cool shoe. And I'm honestly surprised with how many of those I saw around Atlanta, like everywhere.
That's interesting.
All different colors of Salomons. And dude, if I could have multiple pairs, all different colors, I would. Retail price is like $220, so it's a little steep, but I just think it's a great, all-terrain shoe. Some of them are waterproof and very stylish. So I had to throw at least one in there. But tons of cool colorways. Couldn't include them all.
I actually have, let me double check. I got a pair of Salomons, my first pair of Salomons on Black Friday. They just shipped from Feature. Ooh. It is a pair of, you were talking about the XT6s, right?
Yeah.
Got a white pair coming.
Nice. I've been wanting to get a white pair of those just to kind of beat them up. Because I should have sent it.
They had them for like $100 on Feature, but they took
3 weeks
to ship. But
right,
yeah, great year for those. That's for sure.
Absolutely. All right.
All right.
7.
My number 7, you might have this on your list too.
Maybe.
Totally another one, just like the Tech Gray Airships, one that I was like, I wear these all the time. It's a great silhouette. It is the Jordan 1 Low 85 version in the neutral gray. Just a good shoe. I've worn them all week, and every time I put them on, I'm like, these are so comfortable. Even more comfortable than the regular OG model, in my opinion, with that back heel, and the toe box is wider, so it fits my foot better. And they just look good. Like, worn them so much, and they're still super fresh looking. Great colorway. I hope they do more of this 85 low in 2024 in other colorways, because like if they did a blue metallic, a red metallic, like an orange or purple metallic, like yes, sign me up. So,
and I think I saw an article saying that these are going to start re-releasing like quarterly, if I'm not mistaken.
I hope. Yeah, no, it's a great daily shoe.
This is my Air Force One. Like
same
this
here.
is my like daily shoe, and it's so funny because this is the exact shoe I had for my next shoe.
So you had moved up a spot at 6.
I'm gonna sub it because that was one that I was like, should I have this? I don't know. So I'm just gonna sub it for something else I had for my next one for number 6.
You can keep it too. I know we had duplicates last year, but
oh, it's fine. I have a few that I needed to sub in.
Fair enough.
I will. This is my last one. And this one,
85 lows. If you haven't gotten them, get them.
They're beautiful. Oh, and by the way, if you're listening, make sure you're watching this on either Spotify or YouTube, so you can see, because we're not talking about a lot of the colorways and things that we're showing. So it'll help you guys out.
We have it on the video feed.
Number 6. This one was huge for me because my photos went super viral. The Union
that was a big
Jordan
one. I forgot about how big those went for photos.
Oh, dude, my legs were all over the internet, which was sick. And it was one of those surprising shoes where it released, or we saw the mock-ups and everyone hated it. We've all heard this 100 times, and then we see them in person and it's like, oh, this is a sick shoe. I'm ticked at myself because I still haven't bought a pair, and I've had multiple chances to buy a pair. I was just at a sneaker event in Atlanta on Sunday. See, it's just a beautiful shoe. I think they look so clean, man. And I saw like 2 pairs, both in my size, at people's tables. They were wanting, I think it was like, what's retail? It was like maybe 200. I think they were
220,
asking,
and now they're going for like 170.
People at the event were asking like 200 for a 9.5, and I was like, oh, do I just do it? And I've seen them at multiple events now, and I don't buy them every single time, so I need to just pull the trigger.
Get a pair. But I like those a lot. Yep.
Yeah, I want them. I don't know why I haven't bought them, but yeah, beautiful shoe.
It's a good pair.
Great moment, at least for me. So I think they're sick.
I agree.
Last up for Winona. What we got?
All right. That was your number 6, right?
Yep.
All right. So this is the last one of this episode. Top 5 will be next episode. Top 5 is gonna get crazy. I already know. So I'll definitely tune in next week. This is a pair that I don't have on the list, and I have not owned these at all. Our fellow friend Andy had it on his top 5 of the year. You'll probably guess what it is, but it is the New Balance 990. What is it? A V6, I think. V6. The Action Bronson Lapis Lazuli. Just a great colorway. Wave Runner vibes. I've seen them in hand. I've been very close to buying a pair. I just haven't because I didn't know if it was a 10.5 or 11 for me, because I want to get a size that's perfect so then I can wear them all the time. Now that I
got to try on a pair of V6s.
Yeah, no, they're great. Idea. And honorable mention for this spot, I was kind of flip-flopping between 990 V6s was the Madison Square Gardens that I have. I believe that, they're V6s. Another great colorway. V6s are super comfortable. These are 10.5, so they fit true to size. They're wide in the toe box, just a great pair. But I really have wanted to get these Lapises by Action Bronson. The
Same.
first pair I wasn't a huge fan of, but these I really like. So
I agree. I thought it was interesting that, like, did you watch the Complex sneaker panel?
No.
They included the original colorway in their list, and I was like, really? I mean, you know, it was a big moment, but I feel like, yeah, the Lapis pair is just so much better looking, personally. But
yeah,
dude,
way better.
Killing it this year.
I'll show, the original color. I'll pop that up here real quick because I almost kind of forgot about what it looked like here.
It's wild.
Yeah, very different compared to the new one. But yeah, I thought this was a little wacky, and then they kind of just made it work on the Lapises for sure. So
I agree. I would wear both. I don't know what I'd wear with the original one, but
I probably would too. Lapises for sure, though. I got to get a pair of those.
Yeah.
So
not bad. Honestly, good list.
Yeah, no,
good list.
It's not bad. So let us know your 10 through 6 or send us your full list, whatever. But we'll get to the top 5 next week. Yeah. And then full send into 2024, right?
I'm excited for it, man. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to us kind of go down memory lane a little bit and just kind of, I don't have a ton of energy tonight. So we're just kind of getting back into the swing of it, ending the year on a strong note, and just enjoying it, man.
Bet. Thank you guys for listening, and tune in next week.
Yes.
Peace out.
Peace.